Well, it's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Everest Funeral Concierge. We'll start with Casey Scheidegger. They curl out of the Lethbridge Curling Club with Christy Moore, Jessie Hyen, and Carrie Ann McTaggart. The reigning Canadian World Champions from the St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg with Jennifer Jones, and then the now very familiar Don McEwen, Jocelyn Peterman, and Caitlin Laws. Before the event, all the teams had their draws to the button, all 4 players, cumulative total. It was won by Jennifer Jones. So she picked up the bonus, the early bonus of $1,000. And so she ranked first. Scheidegger was second, had the choice. Do you want the last rock, the hammer, or the stones? She's elected to take the last rock, and so she'll throw yellow. Scheidegger will throw blue. And it means in this first end, with a skin of $1,000 on the table, Jones will have to score 2 or more for the money.
Team Scheidegger doing their homework. Jeff Walker threw this 7 blue rock that just went down the ice. He felt it was much straighter. So they've elected to get rid of it right off the bat.
Yeah, teams have different methods dealing with stones. You know, a lot of times the second, they'll move it around for hits, or because the leads draws are so critical, and the path is usually what the skip will follow.
Line's good. Line's really good. Every time. Looks heavy to me.
Full 4.
Looks just top 4. It looks heavy.
Full 4.
Whoa. No. No. Okay, good.
So here are the rules of skins play. 5 rock rule, 8 ends, 30 minutes of thinking time, 1 60-second timeout. As mentioned, Jones with the hammer needs to score 2 or more. If you are Scheidegger, a steal will give you the skin. If Jones should just get 1 point, then we would carry over. And earlier today, of course, in that men's second semifinal, we went to the 5th before Cooey and Carruthers won their first skin. It was Cooey with $7,000, and then Cooey winning at everything. $21,000 is at stake.
Maybe do the same. Same or hair left? Yeah. Good. Got
A
it.
little deeper than Dawn would have liked on her first one. I'm going to tuck this around top 8 foot.
Hard then. Really hard.
This is that spot where Reed Carruthers got caught a couple of times. It really hooks once it gets close to that center line. It's like a magnet.
Whoa. Okay.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we will start with Lethbridge, Alberta's Casey Scheidegger.
Well, different mindset. We talked about that in the opening. They're a wonderful, one of the best in the world, maybe the best hitting team, especially when they're ahead, but you can't do that here. So it's obviously get some rocks in play, but do not forget about your strength. So the way to do that is set up shots early, keep them high, play the finesse shots, then you've got something to run in with that high weight ability this team has.
Easy. Close here. Back hard. Gotta go hard.
Get it by their own.
No tap.
Good save. Now tap it straight back
Right to here.
and right to the face, and leaves Jones sitting to 1, but that would be a carryover as we take a look at the keys for Jones.
How nice. Well, you have 1 chance to figure it out. You've got 1 game to do so, so you're going to have to talk a lot out there. Figure it out quickly, the pass, the rocks, and the ice, and then obey the laws. Caitlin Law will be the bail point on this team, I believe. She'll be the time that she'll make a run back or a freeze or an angle freeze and save or score, set up a score for the skip.
Obey the laws. So keys to the game are brought to you by Kubota. Quality built, precision made.
No roll.
Obviously, they didn't do Kubota didn't do that one for sure.
No.
There was nothing quality or precision about that.
Nice start by Team Scheidegger. They got 2 blue ones in great spots.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing you say that. We talked earlier last night in the men's semifinal, and Brad Gushue and the team didn't really get a handle on the ice or the rocks because it all happened so fast.
Well, a 3?
And I saw Brett Gallant, who is here, and of course, watching
Just past.
Jocelyn Peterman,
Right on the Everest.
his partner. And
Right there,
I said, what happened? He says, whatever reason, it's not like a conventional event where you've got lots of practice and you can work everything. You better get it and get it quickly. If Scheidegger can get a handle on things, it might be a different night.
That's exactly it, because you don't get that second chance. You've got one, and you're figuring it out quickly, fast. They probably watched the other games. The advantage for these two teams is they've seen a few games, so they've probably watched it. That'll give them a little bit of extra information.
Sorry, Joss, my bad. Sorry.
Still pretty good effort, though. Just overbrushed it a hair. If they make that perfect, both blues disappear. Still good.
I also think the experience of Jennifer Jones, knowing that even if they give up a skin or a couple skins early on, it will not rattle them at all. They've played this long enough to know it's all back-end loaded. So all she's going to be doing and focusing on is learning.
You said that the other night, your first skins game, if you don't score in the first 2, 3, 4 ends, you're going, oh my goodness, I'm not going to score at all, which can happen. Look at Mike Kewen played exceptionally well himself and came out with nothing.
Back 8 right now? Back 4? Go for line.
Now, normally, Scheidegger would probably run that yellow enemy rock back, the one that's dangerous at the top of the 12-foot, but it's a good idea, but they're losing line.
Really gotta go. Hard. Roll it off. I thought we were going through the hole. Okay, that's good. That's okay.
I think we gotta go here.
Okay, let's just pull
Top 4.
Okay.
I think want to be anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Got a capacity crowd in here this afternoon, and Hans Vutrick was saying, the ice maker, that he had trouble exhausting the heat out of here, so he said it could be a wee bit straighter. He's not quite positive. To keep an eye on that.
Looks like lots.
4 T-line.
Yeah, running like it's heavy.
Yeah, 2 yellow.
Back 4,
Top
back
and
8.
yellow.
No.
Okay, go deep. Go back.
We're full back 8.
Whoa, off at least a curl.
Can you rub it?
It's rubbing. Okay. Make that double.
Well, on the left, that is Hans Vutrick, and his son has now, he's grooming his son to maybe take over the business. Both are from Gimli, Manitoba.
Whatever looks better to you. It's pretty thin with the end, but we can play it. I like the end. Okay. Heel?
Not where Caitlin wanted that one.
No, just got caught on the speed down that spot. We've talked about it so much, it's hard to get it in your head that it has to be anything short. Leave something for your skip to run in. This just helps the other guy.
Read up.
Got him. Wow.
Whoa.
You know, we've seen last year Carrie Ann McTaggart.
I played quieter weight, but I just felt like it was...
Really, when she's on her game, that upweight ability, you see it right here.
She's one of the best. I think, she just hasn't won that big Canadian championship in women, and she should. She's a talented player, and she can play with the best of them.
Quite a bit room. I added, but it's quite a bit less.
It's kind of the combination she has. She can play that upweight, as Vic was alluding to, but she also can come up with the touch and the draw and the freeze.
T-line sliding. Back 4, Jen. That's fine. We gotta finish this. But you gotta stay for shot. You gotta stay biting the 4. Yep.
Go down.
It's downhill on that side.
Go. Okay.
Finally stops at the back 4, so we're playing for $21,000 total prize money here in this semifinal, starting off at $1,000 the first 2, then $1,500 3 and 4, and we add the money up all the way. So you think about it, you need to get to 10-5 or over 10-5 to clinch.
Maybe.
Then tomorrow, if you make the final, everything is doubled, as well as a winner's bonus of $15,000.
Pretty incredible money for 2 days' work.
Thought we had to beat them in there.
Yeah.
Thought on this one we could have, yeah.
realized I got as much tucked as I did.
Back 4. Okay, room right now.
Yeah, currently number 9 on the
Are we
tour.
bumping? Yeah.
Casey Scheidegger.
Okay, room. No.
Qualified in
Okay.
5 different events,
Line's
but
pretty good.
struggled. Went 3-3 at the Alberta Scotties.
Line's pretty good. It's good. Right
Just
switch.
wasn't her week. She said, "Look,
No bounce. Finish if you
know,
can. Chris, no bounce.
last year we were a bit of an unknown, and
Great shot.
we got some breaks, and it all went her way. It didn't go her way necessarily this year at the Scotties, and so they didn't have the best of weeks.
Yeah.
No, it's a and it's a tough field. The Alberta Scotties field is
14 and a
tough,
half.
and you have to
Really
be on
nice.
that week. And I don't think their season was really lending to them having a really good run at the Scotties. They'd kind of just been average. Sometimes that happens after a big year. You have a really good year, and you go back and you retool some things.
But we need to get the line. So.
Well, sometimes those opponents just don't cooperate.
Yeah,
As you
sadly
said,
enough.
that's a deep field in Alberta.
But the other thing is, they approach it a little differently than other teams. Their priority is still their family and their businesses and their jobs. And she said it may. I said, you have to then take it up and do what Jennifer Jones does, or Brad Gushue, or Cooey. You have to take it to that level of commitment. She says, we may, not next year, but the year after, because they are together for 4 years now.
Yes! Hold the line!
Yeah, they've always kind of done the Alberta tour. They've not traveled across Canada on all the big events as much.
Top 4. Top 8.
Just that little bit lighter. Look at this thing, Huck.
I thought we were heavy. Okay, so.
I don't think this is theirs.
Probably so far. Here,
I think I was that light.
Just got to
Sorry.
Okay.
I think I was that light.
Yeah, I think
What'd you get on that?
14.4.
I think that's where being
On
a
the S
smart
of Everett.
veteran skip hurt you, because Jennifer knew how quick that spot was. Everybody was heavy. So she just threw it extra light, giving it to the sweepers, but then it just curls that fraction sooner, gets into a different spot.
Yeah, where I've got the.
Good half.
Yeah. Okay, line's
Straight
good,
guard,
just
Cheryl.
clean.
Yeah, just halfway.
Two's fine, just clean. Just clean.
A little heavy right now.
Okay, just clean. Line's good, just clean.
Nice.
Clean. Go a bit. Whoa, whoa, no, I lied.
Little higher.
Just clean.
No,
just
Chris,
clean.
no, it's really good.
Just clean. Just clean.
Maybe
Had
a
a girl
little.
case.
Good. Yeah,
So you
because
would
this is
have.
just not a good angle, really.
No.
Okay.
It's either that or the center line one. But
Small victory here
I don't think I can. I think this is the best
at
bet.
the moment for Scheidegger.
Very much. There's not an easy shot. The in-off's really thin. If you look at that blue in-off, this is
Yeah,
tough.
I think it just.
Yeah, this blue one here you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really thin. The angles aren't very
No,
good.
they're not very good for it. So she's going to run this
Just a nice
single, which is probably a little easier than the middle one, because you're going to have to figure out 2 angles. So this is just a single straight back.
Better angle too, isn't it? To chip that blue. Not the shot you wanted in the first end, though.
I thought it was going to curl and then it didn't.
Yep. Easy firms. Hard. Hard.
Final shot right now.
Okay.
It's Scheidegger.
You're done.
And look at that. When you least expect it, who picks up the first skin of $1,000? The first timers. Casey Scheidegger. You get to see more than just the mountains and the ski areas. Banff itself. Look at the wildlife that's just down by the Bow River. Of course, our next event will be the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Sydney, Nova Scotia. We know that Jennifer Jones will be there as defending champion. Familiar names. Chelsea Carrier was your Alberta winner. Tracy Fleury won Manitoba. Suzanne Burt back out of PEI. Jill Brothers, familiar name from Nova Scotia. So there you see now Ontario, BC, Northern Ontario still to be filled. Jones gives up the early skin. $1,000. Do you think for Scheidegger, Cheryl, as we welcome you back, it may be easier for her to not have last rock?
You know, I think what may be easier for her is she scored a skin. I think that's massive for her. I think, you know, they all breathed a sigh of relief and they can just relax and play because you know you're not going to get shut out. But yeah, no, she gets to kind of dictate the start of the game without Hammer, so she gets to place rocks.
Line's okay, but room.
I would lean towards stealing. Now the surface is even better. Now the rocks are even better, so the other skip tends to make that last one. But the last rock, as we know, is always so tough. So you might as well let it be them, not you.
Okay, Don, that works. It's fine.
Oh, and there were some mistakes made by the Jennifer Jones team. You know, I thought they came in very deep early. Scheidegger's team made some great freezes, come arounds. And you're having the opposition chase you.
Also not quite where Don wanted that last one. It's really a guard with this great surface.
5, 6. Close. Yep. 5. Yep. Hard.
Light.
5. Hard, Jeff.
Line's great. Go, 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 go.
Hard.
Go.
You got it. Whoa, then. Whoa. That's all right.
And it snuggles up beside.
I think we want to come around this blue. Okay.
A really good call. They got a little rub off it. It's not staggered or hooked. It's usable.
I thought Jones might make a play on it because of all those things you just mentioned.
Yeah, I might have.
Line's good.
This is not an easy come around.
Lead for speed. Line's good.
No, getting tight. Line's getting tight. Go for it. Go for
Hard
it.
line. Hard line.
Look at that hook.
Coming off. Hard line. Hard. Okay, we're on the blue. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Don.
Nice speed, Don.
Jeff.
You definitely do more.
Control.
Let's do my own thing.
Now whoever gets around that is in really good shape. Kill this rock first. We're playing to nose it, Cheryl, or roll into the other yellow?
I think they were just going to nose it.
Gotta go. Yeah. Hard.
Carrie Ann McTaggart, Christy Moore on the brush.
Whoa.
Plan B.
I think she was pretty tight out of her hand.
Now the stagger is the other way.
Around. You can play that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Kind of speedy thinking? I'd like to kill this one, so here. Okay.
Play the blue
How much do you
now. The
have?
top one will not be shot rock anymore.
Okay.
The yellow in the corner will be closer.
10.5, hey? Yeah, I'd make sure. Yeah.
A little big. Line's a little tight, though. Yeah. Lots of weight.
Really hard. Really hard to not kill the guard. Really
Hit a
hard.
lot. Stays with it.
Sorry.
We'll open it up.
You know what? I must have just slipped that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Is hitting the yellow stupid?
Could hit and roll under everything. Are we going around?
No, we're guarding.
Sure. Go for it.
Like the hit?
I like the play. It's very aggressive. So you'd never do it in a game.
Yeah.
No, but that's the fun part of skins.
Yeah.
You can do some stuff it's just one end. This is one game.
Well, no, we're guarding. I know. Oh. You're asking me if I like the hit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Do
mind.
you like the hit or no?
We're shot. I don't mind it. I don't think we steal if we hit, but
Huh?
I
Okay,
don't
then guard.
think we'll steal if we hit.
That was our point in the opening, the different mindset.
I like that Casey was going for it. She was being offensive. I think that is what you have to do in this style game.
Yeah. 2, 3. Okay, 3. It's coming down a bit. 3. Line's really good.
Where is it?
3, finish.
If you can, go. If you can.
Go hard, hard, hard.
Gotta go.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Little more, little more, little more. Go, 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 go. Hard,
Good,
hard.
good. Same shot.
Do you like coming around here?
Do you ever play the same shot?
Yeah, we can.
I don't know.
Okay. Same weight.
Good job.
Do you like that ice, Joss?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice for Jocelyn to get a second chance at this spot.
Whoa, whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no. Running totally different. Nope. Nope,
Flat
nope,
weight.
nope, 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 nope. No rolled on. Good, Joss. That's fine.
Gotta go.
I like that now. Yep. Control, care.
You could still draw. You've got things lined up nicely down the center. Not that this is wrong. Hit this dead on. Jones is going right around everything.
Weight's good. Clean. Whoa. Close. Whoa, whoa. No, no, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just on nose. Okay, fine. Good.
Didn't even hesitate.
No, he was thinking about it when they were calling the other shot.
That's that learning curve in this particular style of play. Jones's concept is, I'm going to try to put as much pressure as I can on you until you miss one.
Oh, wait.
They haven't made their shots though yet.
No.
Jones, and you know, you're catching them maybe on an off evening. So if you are Scheidegger,
Gotta go.
time is to take advantage.
That's why I think if you're Scheidegger, play the come around on that one. Don't hit. Just put some pressure. You already got the first
Good
skin.
shot, Caitlin.
And Caitlin Laws comes right around, buries it nicely, top of the button.
Okay,
Just that
what I
little
threw
bit.
last time's probably good, hey? Where I wrecked?
You might have been back 8
Okay,
ish.
a little bit less then.
2 feet less.
Okay, like lots. Room.
It's not much more than you.
Walking on the corner. Room. Whoa.
Back 4.
Really
back 8.
going.
It's coming. It's
You
nice.
want this anywhere short of it. Top 4
No line.
to frozen.
It's
Room.
close.
No bounce. No bounce.
Carrie Ann McTaggart. Christy Moore will try to help it over. And how's that?
Perfect. Really good judge by the brushers, too.
I think we freeze, Caitlin.
Okay. Full 8, bite the 4.
Yep.
Can I throw close this time or anything?
I think so, yeah.
How do you think I hurt last?
Yeah.
Tough to get to the nose here. Anything high side's bad.
Room, guys. Not bad. Line's decent, but room. Waist close. Full 8. Whoa. Close, yes. Line only. Hard line. Top 4. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Whoa.
Oof. Wow.
Shot.
As it gets across the nose.
Good throw, Caitlin. Nice shot. Nice pair.
Maybe a bit too good.
Hard line. Top 4. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Let it go.
Shot. Good throw, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Because you got to bury, I think, on the yellow. I like this.
Okay.
Unless, do you want to play this? Okay.
They looked at playing that yellow in off with peel weight,
Sure. Yeah.
which Casey can do. She can throw it that hard, but might as well save that one.
Can she ever throw it? She's got that tuck delivery. Can generate a lot of weight.
Are we going with it?
Oh, it's using on the corner.
Shirt's okay?
Yep.
Should be good on this
It's
one
good
right
on
now.
this one now?
Yeah, I think it's
I
close.
got it
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Skip Stones and Casey Scheidegger.
Line's good.
went 7-4
Gotta be a 5.
last year's Scotties in Penticton.
5, 4, 5.
Right on the yellow here. Yep.
It's really
Right,
good.
line's
Really
good.
good. Right to it.
Okay, got room.
Yeah.
Where?
Can't.
Whoa.
We're right to it. Little bump maybe. Yeah.
Whoa,
You're just on
okay.
blue.
Can't.
Whoa.
Too much.
Freeze to blue.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that'll do.
Real good.
It's a good thing it curled. I thought it was kind of rubbing and rolling off all day long. Could have left a double.
The garden. I
Yeah.
don't think, do we care if we run the garden? Not really.
If we do?
If she does.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think we got
Everything
a guard.
should spin.
Yeah.
I missed that in off for giving up a steal.
Yeah.
Got to guard the high side, eh? So.
Yep.
I think we got to throw the guard. Four and a half.
Yeah, this is just such a gimme shot for Scheidegger. Guard this, and
Halfway, I think.
they probably guard that out turn draw on you. Then you might have an in off.
Long.
Line's good.
I get it there. I used it all, so it's out in the good.
Just clean. Easy, just
Tom
clean.
McEwen
Over and off.
Close to the
on the
average.
right,
Over and off.
Jocelyn
Stay down,
Peterman on
John.
the left and
Stay
closest
down,
to the
John.
stone.
It's good. Good shot.
You got any of this one to just pick?
No.
Do you think that looks fair with just like backy weight? Tap it?
Yeah, I think you try
Pretty
it.
high.
Yeah. I think you try it.
I think it's there.
What
Just the same weight, no?
I'm scratching my head. Wondering here why Jones did that. I mean, was Jones? That's a concession on Jones' part.
Well, she had to guard it, but she needed that tighter to take away the shot that they're going to play, and then hope she had something in off or something for her too. Because if she ignored that and they played the tap, her shot stone's gone.
Okay.
No.
So they forced her into it by making such a good shot.
This is still here, though, I think, with the
No.
length of that guard.
It's too long.
Weight's got to be perfect, though, like back 8-ish, maybe. You got to move 3 stones, but you only have to move it a foot.
A little less.
Okay, I like
It's funny because Jen said out of her hand, I gave it all, like I all full broom, and it's still curled.
Back 8, back 12.
Close.
Line only.
Close.
We're a little firm right now.
Yep.
Line only.
Hard. Whoa. Chrissy. Go, Chris. Go.
Christy Moore
Hard.
help it over, and couldn't help enough.
I don't
I
know.
fell in love with the line there. I didn't hear anybody say heavy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We said that.
No,
Swept it a lot.
no, they didn't. There wasn't any conversation about weight.
Probably both.
What do you guys like better?
Hit and roll.
Or the double run with like control, just to nut this?
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty low risk. I like that.
Unless I hit it high.
Just don't hit it high.
Yeah.
Do you guys like that?
Yeah, we like the double run.
Or there's this. It's about a half rock, I think, to get there.
Yeah.
So board weeder.
I don't know. I'm liking this one.
You like this?
Yeah.
Basically,
That's one. This is the other one. Here, now the danger is if it does that,
Yeah, just a hair.
or
Like a 10?
Okay.
if it does that, that'll also kick the blue in. So I think there is risk here. But
There's less risk on the board weight in off. Just the hit and roll.
on the right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This could be missed both ways, I think. To be a little unlucky to low side it and give up a steal, but it high side goes right by the edge of that second one, you're in trouble. Pretty straight spot.
Hard.
Speed's good.
Final stone right out of her hand. You heard her say hard, and McEwen and Peterman have picked her up. Trying to stay with this now is Caitlin Law's calling line. Got to get it by their own guard first, and over curls and runs it by everything. And so that lone yellow stone means that we are carrying over. Well, Scheidegger has played very well without the last drop. We'll see how she does with it when we come back. Well, she's going to wear the maple leaf in Sydney, Nova Scotia. The Scotties Tournament Parks, the defending champion, of course, is Jennifer Jones. And we know as well from the results earlier today and from last weekend in Manitoba that Carrie Anderson has claimed one of the wild card spots. Now, if you look at this, Rachel Homan is playing in the Ontario final tonight. Anderson has a wild card spot. Jennifer Jones is there. Chelsea Carey is there out of Alberta. Casey Scheidegger, that's the question mark. If Rachel Homan wins Ontario, that would bring Casey Scheidegger into play against Anderson in the wild card game on the Friday night. However, if Rachel Homan should lose to Julie Tippin in their final, then Homan would get that spot. And as we see here in the fourth end, Rachel Homan is up 2-0 on Julie Tippin. So Homan up by 2, and we know that Scheidegger is going to be watching the scores as well. Again, because if Rachel Homan does win, Scheidegger then would play Anderson in the wild card. If Tippin should come back, Homan then would get that second wild card. So much at stake here on this Saturday night.
I am laughing at Scheidegger's team because
you like coming around here?
What everybody just saw at home, the score flashed up on our Jumbotron here for the team to see, and Scheidegger, the entire team looked up and started smiling. So I think they'd like us to keep showing the score.
Yeah.
As long as Homan's winning.
At this point, yeah. That can be distracting.
So here for the first time in this third, we're playing for an additional 1,500, so the skin is 2,500. Scheidegger with last rock. She has the hammer playing the blue stones. Must score 2. So how does it change for Scheidegger with last rock compared to playing as well? And she has played well. Stole, carryover. Difference now with last rock.
Well, I think just with the inexperience in skins, Russ and I were talking about, I think you can open up a little more. You can play some tick shots. You can give yourself a little room. The unfortunate part is where their first stone went. That blue one you see long just over the hog line is almost at a disadvantage for them than an advantage. You can't run it in. It's not easy to tap. I think a lot of teams that haven't played this game a lot, they get lulled into coming around everything. And if you just open it up.
Yeah, you need 2, you don't need 7.
No, and you want to, carryovers aren't that bad.
Mine's real good.
There's to your point. You try the come around, you don't quite make it. Now there's a million guards out there for your opponent to steal.
I think you come around everything. You like that?
Yeah. A little fresher out here.
Yeah, like, oh, that looks tight. Okay.
Yeah, we can hold it.
I think I could give you like a 3.5.
Close, yeah.
Jocelyn feels this is tight ice. I found when that happened to me, you overthrow it a little bit to get it by the guard.
Yeah.
Then you're successful, but it's back 12.
You proved your point.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have got by.
Now, back 8.
There we
Lots
go.
of line here. Lots and lots of line.
That's too good.
Never, Caitlin.
But that's where, not to throw Jocelyn under the bus, but maybe, hey, Skipper can have another couple inches. It's not like it's not going to curl.
No.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Okay, let's throw it first.
2-4.
Yeah. Holy moly. Where the blues at?
Boy, it's really buried, too.
But the fact that, Cheryl, it's deep, that allows a little bit of an out for Scheidegger.
It does. It gives them a chance to get in here. I mean, it's not so bad for Team Jones because it is in the 4-foot, so it kind of is in the way for Scheidegger's team to try and score a couple. But they need to make this Scheidegger or they're in a bit of trouble.
Really hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Big scrub here to save this one if they try to get it by their own.
Hey.
Well, they're just getting caught there.
Again? Yeah. We'll definitely need less on this now.
Yeah. Like if
Top 12 is pretty good too.
Yeah, even if you're tight, it's, yeah.
Do you think I could take 10 feet off or not really?
Almost, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Caitlin said the first one that Jocelyn threw was in a fresh pass, so they threw it down there. Now that second rock was brushed all the way down, so Caitlin's saying you can take a lot off of this one. That's so easy to throw almost the same weight. It's quicker now.
Room. Just top 8. Gotta go soon.
Never, Caitlin.
Gotta go soon. No, it's not bad.
Oh, it looks really heavy here.
Oh, 14 line.
No.
T for
A
sure.
little rub here, or
Oh, could.
wow, does that ever break and break late? But then again, let's go back to what we've seen today. It does seem to run straight forever until it hits the hog line, and then boom.
It does, and weight sensitive too. You overthrow it a little bit, and you won't get that really hard finish. But the break is kind of halfway between the hog and the house.
Good call here. They almost got drawn into that draw to the pin. There's a triple here if you get this in the right spot.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
Jesse Hyen.
Yes. Hard.
Moore on the brush.
Whoa. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that works.
Okay.
Hard pace.
Well, that works. And spins everything to the back. It's what she's left out in front, though. It is a mess out there.
Oh, that changes.
She's thanking her sister
I
now.
actually think this would be easier.
But now it's those stones you see, blue, 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 yellow, yellow, blue. And they're all long, and they're all something to get behind.
Yeah, it looks bigger down here than it does on the overhead.
I mean, it's there, but this is no
Yeah,
goal,
I think
so.
this is going to be like what
Easier.
you threw on your first one. Because she just got over on the guard.
I like this call. You could, if you're Jennifer, you could play the tap on that left-hand yellow, but you might as well leave that and try and get in this way. Then you kind of got both sides blocked.
Room. Okay. Line's good. Room. No, Dawn. Let it work, Dawn.
It's a little hot.
Never done.
No.
Go for it, T.
Jocelyn, you got to finish this.
Back
Wait as long as you can.
I know. We got to finish it, though. We got to be buried.
Back 8.
Oh, awesome.
Let it die. It's curling on
Yep.
its own. Fine.
Yep.
And again, late finish, and as you say, weight sensitive. Now that really weight came off. They were thinking back 8.
Yeah, I was too. It looked heavy. Caitlin knew that spot.
Look at where it ended up.
Yeah. 10, 13, so yeah. 5, 3, 1. Yeah.
It just goes sideways here.
Died a lot.
Yeah, there's the comment.
Yeah.
Line's good. Room.
By the guard by a ton, too.
Room, lots of room.
Don't want
right
to.
now.
This is even wider.
Okay.
And I think hot for sure.
Back
Right
over.
to
We're just to
Oh,
it.
Caitlin's came off.
Jesse's rock, Chris. No bump.
We're just to
Jesse's
it.
rock. No bump. Yep, go for it. No bump. No bump.
Boy, are they ever grinding down.
That's
At a girl care.
It's
Very nice.
8-10 feet slower on that side,
yeah,
isn't it?
that's shocking.
Just haven't played it.
That's so hard. Definitely have to give you less now.
Yeah.
Here's one a lot.
You wonder when you're the guy that hits it when it's now up to speed.
Yeah.
It sails by everything.
Whoa, more line, Dawn.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Go little.
Room, Dawn. Line's good. Top 4.
Gotta go top 8.
Hard line. Hard line.
Come on, Josh. Hard line.
Hard line, Dawn.
McHugh.
Hard line.
Peterman closest to the stone now, trying to help it over.
Whoa, no tap.
Is it 2?
Yep,
And
we're going
over
to.
it
Yep,
goes.
we're going to.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness, and slides in to sit 2.
Sneaky.
That's
Sorry.
really good.
They switched, and I didn't
know.
want them to.
Line.
Hard line.
Come on, Josh. Hard line.
Hard line, Dawn. Hard line.
Tapping.
Okay.
Whoa, you can
Okay,
get
whoa, no tap.
No, there was no tap. Look at
Yep,
this.
going to. Yep, we're going to. Yep, good.
Crazy.
If you're gonna run it that way.
Well, no, I've
You'll
got air
kill
on this
this.
one. I do have air on this one.
Huh?
I have air on this one.
Yeah, I know, but I still.
Okay, no, that's fine. Whatever you
I don't-
like.
We could double peel the red or blues too.
Pardon? I like that.
Okay.
The yellow?
It's just kind of all or nothing. I think the double peeling the blue had some merit. It opened up both the yellow double and the blue raise.
Yep.
Marianne McTaggart. And we'll run it by, but she's opened up now completely, that left side. That intern side.
Not for long.
Yeah, and it's blocked the right side.
You got it.
You can give me my moment. It was open. She may now decide to take it away, but just let me.
I know. I'm sorry. You really like that moment.
It's open.
Yes, Vic, it's open.
Just talk Jones into letting you throw 2 in a row, and Vic's right.
What am I thinking in this spot?
I forget that it's the little things.
It is. Yeah.
5 feet of ice asked for here.
Jennifer Jones.
Little high. Line's good. Keep it out there, Vic. Line's good.
Just clean.
For speed. Halfway.
Sitting right now in a steal position.
Just clean it.
Clean. Jocelyn, stay down.
Just clean. Half it. Just clean. Give her broom down.
Halfway, guys.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Nice shot.
Open, and now it's not.
Now, may I have my moment?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Now,
Just back 4.
I think so. I think to get in there, we probably need about that, hey?
Okay.
Ooh, that's the. They're gonna try and play like back 4, back 8, wait, and tap
into the crotch.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 feet. You're throwing more.
Would you ever think of running rest? Pardon me, Cheryl. Would you ever think of running that Yellowstone? Because you can't run one of your own. You might be able to run your one on the wide right as we look at it, but I don't know if it does anything. But
Yeah, if you nose the yellow.
that she just threw.
Yeah, sure. It's straight back,
Straight
and
back.
hit the one top button dead on.
Yeah.
Make the double, then you are shot rock.
No, it's your opponent's stone, but you're in trouble.
2 feet.
This is so tough because you just know this is going to run straight with that little extra weight.
Well, yeah, that's what worries me is did you put the broom down in the right spot? Because it isn't going to curl until the end. You got to have the exact weight.
Whoa, whoa. It's getting good. Through. Just back
Jesse's
4.
rock. Hard. Hard, Jess. Hard, Jess. Hard.
It's close.
Hard. It's getting close.
Little hook here.
Look at it go.
Hard. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, boy. And from that, it doesn't look like she is second shot. Yellow still, center line, top of the edge of the button. There you go. That's a great look. Just nibbling at the top of the button. So continues to lie, to sit 2.
Anything.
Needing just 1 to steal is Jennifer Jones.
Like, she can't really come off of that. I don't know what that gets her, though.
What do you guys see?
I think they're running over.
I don't think she can get in with any kind of weight there.
Okay.
She has less than half.
How much does she have of this?
Less than half.
Okay, I think we guard
Okay.
guard the yellow.
Yeah.
She's got this one, Caitlin, the 3, but it comes off that. I think we got to guard the 3. It's very easy.
Call this the Vic router.
Yeah.
She's got
Hit it dead
Guard the
on.
pocket,
If you
yeah,
get
like-
it just right,
Yeah,
it's somewhere in there, Cheryl.
Hair more ice.
Okay.
And then you at least get your
What do you guys like?
single. That's the one I think Jennifer's going to take away.
I think so.
The
Have
Vic
a
router.
You're really going to name a shot
I
after
think we
It only
should.
has a half of that
Since it
blue.
hasn't been made.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Now that would be a moment, wouldn't it?
long guard.
She made that.
So that same weight, you guys don't sweep it?
Yep. Hair more, I think.
Probably your easiest shot at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what made Jen choose to guard this.
It's good. Put high. Line's good.
Room.
To finish a bit.
Room. Let it work. If you're over, let's let it work.
Needs to finish, Dawn.
Line's
Over
fine.
it up. Over it up.
Line's fine. Just clean.
We're over for sure.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good. Good.
Ooh, it may still be there. Through the hole.
Yeah, I think
Be
it,
able to, but I do think it catches our
I
blue.
think it is.
Can I just do the same thing for one?
Good shot.
I think it does the trick, doesn't it?
Just makes it a little.
Could have brushed it.
Yellow. Slice that in.
The yellow or the double blue?
Yeah, the double blue or the
Looks
far
better.
yellow. Well,
Whatever.
whatever. Either one.
I think the 4 though, no? Or the high one.
We were thinking that one, but
You're so afraid of running an opposition stone, Cheryl. That's the problem.
Yeah, it goes against what you've been trained to do.
I don't know if the angle's
Not much room for error there.
Yeah.
That one or the middle one a little this way. Catch the 6 this way.
The angle isn't great with this outside blue. You can see just on the right side of the screen. Kind of goes in at the wrong, so they have to really look at one of these center stones.
So is that it, the blue on blue?
Well, I thought so, but with that ice, it must be the blue closer to the center line right through the port.
You can make the double that way.
Yeah, and it's a blue.
I just thought they might play the intern at it.
She'll pick up the $2,500 skip. Well, while we're in break, some concern now for Casey Scheidegger as she's trying to walk off a fall right after the completion of the end. This is the only look we have as she gets tangled up on the bumper and then goes down and immediately goes and for her right shoulder, and we're told that they will look at her during the fourth hand break. And Jennifer Jones asking if you'll be all right. She says, yeah, I think I'll be fine. So we'll play on here and we welcome you back. We go to the fourth as she tries to stretch it out. It's a skin worth $1,500. And because of the steal, once again, Scheidegger will have last rock. She'll have the hammer playing the yellow, red. How many colors in the rainbow? She'll have the blue stones, and she'll look to score the 2.
Nice shot, Don. Real good. Okay, Chris, have it, girl.
We're going in?
Yeah, I guess.
You don't want a corner?
In 2010, she was.
In Vancouver.
Over and up. Over and up.
You can clean it.
Clean it, Joss.
Does it need to curl or?
A little bit, Caitlin. Yep. That's good, that's good. Good, Don. Good pair.
Chris?
The staggered guards, a lot of teams would have drawn in if you were Jennifer Jones, but they like those there, so they're going to protect them that much longer by throwing that long guard.
It's been light on everything.
Have a look. Tell me.
Gotta go.
Hard line.
3.
Light on everything, it seems.
Gotta go.
Thought is on Christy Moore's stone.
Go.
It's close.
All the way.
Little bounce, Care. Go.
Little rub off.
Okay, great sweep. That works. Sorry. Get one in there.
Top button's ideal. Full 4.
Killing the brushers there. That's a lot of one end to the other.
That looks like
what?
hair snug.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Can I just have a hair more?
Yeah.
It's at least usable. You can
You got it.
tap it straight back or run it back.
Oh, a little better than that, I think.
A little better?
Yeah, I think it's nice here.
Jocelyn Peterman.
Little tight here.
Right only.
Hey, room. Back
It's
4.
nice.
Oh, then back 4, back 8. Off then. Close. Don't want to. Back 4.
button.
You're by. So
back
you're by.
You're going to make a decision. Do you want to?
Nice, Joss. Really
Oh,
good.
it did slow down. I thought it was going to be back button.
Coming down hard.
It is both directions, right?
Okay, 13 and a half.
That's harder on the brushers too.
Yep. Hard.
Jesse Hyen. And opens up that middle. Manages to just touch that Jones stone as well to push it to the 8. Leaves a little stagger out in front.
Got that dangerous one out of the way, though. Nice shot.
Sweet.
It is funny how the game changes, Cheryl. You know, I asked you about whether
See, last time I did that.
Scheidegger is more comfortable playing without last rock or with it. she looked good and comfortable through the first two. Now, granted, let's give Jones and team credit. They're making some shots, but she's doing a lot of chasing here.
She is, and I think just it is a different mindset when you have the hammer, and I like that she went to open it up here, but she didn't last end early enough, and it's just different that way. When you're without the hammer, you're just throwing the straight guards and going in first, and they chase you.
Last end, Jocelyn didn't like the amount of ice. She thought it was tight, threw it deep because of it. We talked about it. This time she stood up and said, hey, Jennifer, give me a little bit more ice. Made two beauties.
Yeah, I like getting rid of stuff.
This is another good call. I think Casey's getting comfortable with, we don't have to play their style of game. We can open this up. We can maybe do, it's a carryover. When you're the lesser experienced team out here, the carryovers are great. Keep them coming.
You'll get a little action. 9's good. Okay. Keep our shooter in the for a runner.
Well, the blue one's not going anywhere, is it?
No, not on this side. Not much. No. It's going to go a bit. Get close to nose.
Yeah, if you hit close to the center of the blue one will go way over to the corner of the sheet.
Weight's good. Clean. Close. Yeah. 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 Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go, 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 go. Hard, hard,
And
hard,
rolls them over together. Is covering that second shot stone, though. 8 foot.
I think.
That's pretty good, though. That second shot stone's behind the tee. It's backing for you if you get a chance. Now you've opened it up. You've got some breathing room.
So just bite center. Halfway, 4 feet. Okay, a little, Jocelyn, can stay down.
Caitlin Laws.
Easy. 4 feet. Looks really tight. Tight. Yeah. You gotta, Jocelyn, never off. Tight on its own. Really tight. Never off, Jocelyn. Might be a biter, maybe. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Good, Caitlin. Girl. Oh. Oh, we lost that. Good girl. It just, yeah.
They decided it was probably close to the ring, so nobody bothered to brush it. And a little more curl would have been nice.
That's bad. It'll probably go
Slowing down.
Yeah, that was strange.
Just back line.
Really good chance here for Scheidegger's team. And we saw quite a bit of curl in this afternoon's game. Once it got to the center line here, it'll go.
Maybe a little firm. Yep. Yes! Hard!
Big scrub from Hyatt and Moore. Trying to get it by the yellow stone just off center and can't. And they'll spin it in.
Yep.
Might get second.
3 seconds.
I don't think so.
I think yes.
There's
Close.
shadows
I think
too,
we're
that
1-2. Okay.
makes it
But
more
it's
difficult.
close.
But do you
Guard.
think it is, Cheryl?
I don't think so either.
Did that pick or
I think it's yellow 1 and 2.
That would have been in.
It would have been 2 feet deeper.
Okay, so I need less then?
Hair less. Halfway, 4 feet. They've got to bite center, guys. Bite center. On the Everest, maybe. Hard, guys. Okay, clean.
A lot longer.
Clean. Yep. Needs to finish. Hard. Yep. Whoa. Clean, clean. Good. Good girl. Nice, Taylor. Sweet. Any of that on this side? No.
Sorry.
That? No, I have nothing of it. Okay.
It's there though.
I think just that same, let's try and tap it back.
I like the intern though.
The intern curls a mile.
Yeah.
With the intern though?
Intern's more rewarding. If you play the outturn, you roll open. If you play intern, you're not only buried, but you're possibly have that yellow one for backing.
Right, Carrie, you got it.
They'll go in here.
Hair more. Wall line.
It's good.
Stay close. Stay close. Close. Whoa right now.
You could call it really thin.
Yeah, true.
How they picked her up. High and Moore. Now, tap it back, roll it underneath, and we'll sit T-line, edge of the 4. Shot rock
How pretty was that?
Okay, wait, care. Yeah.
This all started because they bailed. They opened it up, as you mentioned.
Yeah, they had a couple options on that one, too. If you get it too thin, he had a catcher. Nice throw.
Yeah. Bernie might have something to it. Seems like it's a little slower on this side. I think a hair
Throw
slower.
the intern just because we know the speed better.
Yeah,
Just anything.
don't know if you
yeah.
come out. Since even if you come up short, you might have a card or something to use on your next one.
I think I said 9. No, I say 4. Yeah. We haven't really thrown this out turn coming home.
No. Be the 4?
Yeah, I like that.
Slower over here, hey?
Yeah. I think if I could be there 4.
Oh, that's it? Okay, I was thinking like 3.5.
Yeah, it might be okay, Jen.
Spike the 4, or half in the 4, kind of.
Okay.
Short's not too bad either, because obviously you can run it in and it kind of protects. Casey getting a second one in there.
Hey, room.
Line's good.
It's close.
Jennifer
Line's
Jones
good.
there first.
Still around.
As we play for a $1,500 skin here in the fourth.
Got a little bit. Line's great.
Jones coming off the steal of a $2,500 skin in the third.
Oh,
Guys.
you're deeper than
Trying
that.
to come down.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, you gotta
finish
finish it.
Now we've seen these start to die, and
Hard. Hard.
again,
That's good.
getting just about maybe a foot or so in front of the rings, and they just
Sorry.
grind to a
Thought
stop.
the line would get there.
No, it's catching the brushers a little bit, too.
Got a third. Solid third.
Yeah.
Pretty good shot,
back
though,
line
and pretty
weight,
good
I think,
spot.
eh?
Oh. Yep.
Okay. I threw here. Came up nice.
Yeah, I gave you there.
Okay.
So I think that should be close.
Trying to tap it, Cheryl.
Yeah, just get to the nose.
That's fine.
And then, you sit, you get to the nose. You don't want to over bury. And then you've got something to run in anything Jen plays or
He's
makes.
good here. Speed's
You've got
good.
your short little run. Pretty good spot for Scheidegger.
Through.
Okay, just clean. Line's close.
Middle firm.
Clean. Whoa. 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 Clean. Whoa. Jesse. Really got to curl.
That win a couple of weeks ago in North Battleford.
Go, 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 go. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Go, Jess.
Oh, that catcher.
Hard,
Oh,
Chris.
it'll spin off, and will it roll far enough? No. So Jones again in position here to steal.
It's just nothing.
Yeah. Same spot, really. Just need to be a quarter in.
Okay. Same ice, I think.
Were we here? Okay.
I thought that was close, yeah? No?
Yep.
Right on the S
Need
and
the 4
TSN there.
guys.
Just
Just run to the
ideally
center.
sit 2, and it kind of
I think
takes
I throw
that
same weight.
in-turn port away also.
That's never heavy, hey?
No. Like this.
When you see a stone and stones doing that, Cheryl, what's your thought process if you're Jones or anyone? You tend to want to overthrow it?
You do. You kind of want to throw that be there weight where you just have to realize it's more of a brusher's job. They just need to maybe jump it a little bit earlier rather than you trying to overthrow it. And that's hard to get in your head when you're, especially as a skip, because you're watching them from the other end come down hard.
Line. Never done.
T-line.
Never done.
Off. Dropping blue hair.
Dawson, you got to try.
On the blue one at this point.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
just that be there weight.
We're no hitting theirs in.
Yeah.
And bump it up, and will it grind? Yes, it will. So there's a little help me. Now
Sorry.
they get in there.
I think I was that much heavier, I guess.
Yeah, but that goes back to what you said, right? She just thinks I'm going to help it and get it
Yep.
there myself, and I've overthrown it.
So just say, hey, why don't the brushers jump it a little earlier? How much can she see of that second shot Yellowstone? Like, is the pick?
Yeah, I think it's pretty wide open, really.
Would that not be easier?
Especially if the ice is changing a bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be my instinct, because I don't know if the draw's that easy out here right now.
You can't play what Carrie plays.
Oh, yeah, you can see.
There, or even play weight, can't you?
Pick it.
Yeah, we could. Do you like that better?
Well, whatever you like. You're throwing it. Whatever you see. It's just an option. You seem a little unsure about where to put the broom, so.
I like this.
Okay.
Like 14's running top 4 right now, no?
Yeah.
A firm board or even a normal. It's not a big port, but it's certainly her specialty.
Yeah, I mean, she is such a strong hitter.
Let's throw the pick here.
What?
On the yellow?
I don't think you pick it. I think you nose it.
Yeah, like just hit it. Okay. Control.
Yep. Is that good, broom?
Actually, like 9. Jess through here with 9. Yeah, I like that. What?
Don't think you can hurt your shot rock.
You know it?
The only thing, sorry, Russ, the only thing I would like is if Casey came down again to relook at the ice.
Yeah, redo it. Yeah, no question. Got to get a feel, got to get it. A picture in your mind here.
Final stone, chance to pick up the skin of $1,500. Got to come through the hole. High end lure. Good so far. Just clean it. Oh, fine. That'll do. Oh, yes, that'll do. For $1,500. And so midway through his second women's semifinal. We're all even through 4. The winner moves on to tomorrow's final against Tracy Fleury.